What's up, everybody? It's Kat, and today I just wanted to sit down and talk to you all a little bit about my school situation and sort of friend situation, I guess. Because I think I'm ready to talk about it. I'm finally realizing how much of a toxic environment I was in before I transferred schools. So to start off, my freshman and sophomore year, I was at one of the most prestigious high schools in the country. I think it's like top 50 or whatever. And arguably the most prestigious high school in my city. And, you hear all these great things about it. And just like, if you want, you know you're going to get into college if you go to this school. And you hear how everybody loves it and how you apply. It's a magnet school, and you apply to a magnet, and you will study what is in that magnet and hopefully pursue something in that area. And you get class time to focus on what you might want to turn into a career. And I was so excited my 8th grade year when I got the letter and I heard the confetti, which meant I got into that school. But the thing was, I guess it wasn't what everybody promised. I became more depressed at that school than I've ever been depressed in my entire life. And that it wasn't a good environment. And my freshman year we made a personal yearbook, and I had this entire page talking about how I felt like I dug myself into a hole and I couldn't get out of it. And it's taking me now a little over halfway through my junior year to realize how toxic of an environment that I was in. And my freshman and sophomore year at this school, I got sick and I never got better. I'd get this sinus infection thing that would last forever and ever. And freshman year or sophomore year, I don't even know what, I was out for 3 weeks at one point. Like, there were like days when I came back trying to come back, but I couldn't do it. And I think one part why is because I didn't want to return to that environment. And because of that, my grades dropped. And that put me even in a more depressed state. And I'm really happy I realized that it was such a bad environment for me. I was in the program I was in the journalism program. And I would hopefully pursue some sort of journalism or graphic design thing in my future. And I love that. I love graphic design. It's fun. I like designing and all that. I like writing, creative writing. And I loved that program, and I liked all the people in it. Well, most of the people. But it got to the point my sophomore year that the ratio of my magnet classes to the academic classes I had to take, it wasn't worth staying at that school just for the magnet I was in anymore. It wasn't worth it. And I hate that I've left everyone I come close to in the magnet program. But aside from coming out, transferring high schools away from that toxic environment is probably the best decision I've ever made. And it's just, it was such a lie. And there were times my sophomore year when I would just break into tears because I was so alone, and it was just, and part of it was because of not feeling comfortable in my body, but all of the distress from this high school brought all of that out. And it got to the point where I couldn't recognize friendship, which was, I didn't know what it was anymore. I didn't know if I had friends because, friends, like, I had people I got along with. I enjoyed being with those people, but I never did anything with them outside of school. And I was just like, aren't friends supposed to do things with each other outside of school? And I couldn't recognize that friendship anymore. I didn't know if I had best friends, let alone if I had friends at all. And it's just putting yourself in that position, in addition to all the academic stress this high school gave, and all the stress from not feeling comfortable and just feeling out of place, my body was shutting down. And it was scary because there were times when I've never told anyone, my parents this or anything, but there were times when I really didn't feel okay, and I didn't know if I could continue living like that. And but it was I don't really know how to say it. But I did transfer. I got into a progressive school, which is the kind of teaching that I need. It's smaller classes, more time with the teachers if you need it. And so far, I've been able to step forward in my transition to, I think that's have something to do with it. But even then, I've been so much happier in this school. And I'm honestly enjoying my high school experience now. Because, high school's supposed to be the time of your life, right? You're growing up, you're making mistakes, you're doing things, you're having fun, you have friends, you're doing things with people, you can drive, you can go places, you get into new things. I'm finally being able to do that, and I'm happy where I am. The first couple weeks at this new school, like probably a new student anywhere, felt really, you were sort of uncomfortable, but I knew someone that went there, and she incorporated me with her entire friend group, and they were so open and so welcoming. It was really amazing. And I'm getting better. I'm in the healing process of being able to accept friendship and recognize it. And it's so weird to be now invited to these things that are happening more than one time out of the year for a birthday party or whatever. We're going to movies together. We're having movies nights. We're celebrating birthday. We're having fun. And I guess I'm just not used to being invited to things because that just didn't happen at the other school. Or I wasn't around people that did it, or I was around people that couldn't do things with people. I'm not exactly sure, but it feels good. It honestly feels really, really good. I don't know. And I'm happy that I'm coming back from that really depressive point in my life, because if it were to go on any longer than it had, I don't think I would have made it out.